Ring around the rosies, pocket full of posies. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down.
On today's spooky toy spot, we're going to be having a look at. What is all this? What are we looking at here? Oh, I know what they are. I figured I'd do something a little special for the month of October and with the upcoming Halloween by doing my review, my spots on the Burgerking exclusive Simpsons Spooky Light-Ups. Simpsons Spooky Light-Ups. These came out, I think, about 4 years ago, 3 years ago. What do we got here for a year? 2001, that long ago. But they came out in actually 2 series, and I'm going to do these series separately. They came out in the first series was the Simpsons Spooky Light-Ups, and then followed by the Creepy Classics, which I believe was, if not the next year, maybe the year after that, they came out with that wave. And I remember when I picked these things up, I think I only picked up, actually Apu I think was one of the first ones I actually grabbed. And I didn't really have much interest in it, but then all of a sudden I started really getting into them. And then, you know, much like premiums, toy premiums with fast food places, is unless you're going like every day, every week kind of thing, surely you're going to end up missing out on some of these. And yes, I did. I missed out on some of these big time. So I ended up having to go on eBay and finding the remainder of the ones I was missing. And I don't really know what you can get now for them on eBay. You know, Halloween and stuff, you sometimes get these where on other occasions you don't. But I think sometimes I've seen full sets on eBay for like $25, $30 or something like that. So I mean, there was a demand for it. I don't know why Burgerking didn't continue making these, but I don't know. So I have the whole set here, and so that you guys aren't looking at just bagged premium toys, I'm actually going to open these babies up. And I won't open them all on camera because, you know, who wants to sit and watch me open these things? So what I'm actually going to do is I'll open them, and I'll take a break, I'll open them, and then when we get back, I'll actually show off the toys to you. So don't go anywhere, guys. Don't go anywhere. Well, it took me forever, but I was able to get these all out of packaging, and now I can give you guys a little better look at these toys, just in case you guys didn't see them at the time that they originally were out. The idea with each one of these toys is that they do light up. Now I have to tell you though that being that these toys are from 2001, some of the toy batteries don't unfortunately work. But we'll go through each one of them, and hopefully if you're not bored out of your mind, I'll show you guys some of the toys that, I mean, these are pretty interesting toys. These are pretty neat for Burgerking premiums, really, when you think about it. So this one we have Bart Simpson, obviously dressed as a skeleton here. And very, very nice. The skull does glow in the dark. Unfortunately, I don't have the lights off right now. Most of them usually have an activator switch. There's a few that don't, but for the most part, there's a little activator switch. So in this case, Bart's tombstone says bone, and then you can flip it around. It says to be wild. Now, this is a good example. If this flipped around and the batteries were working, this would actually illuminate all in red. And unfortunately, being, again, because of the age of these toys, this particular one isn't working. But you can take every character off of their base. And I won't show you this with every single one of them, but you can take them off the base. And, I mean, that's a decent-looking Bart Simpson. I mean, size-wise, you can see there's Burgerking on his behind there. But, I mean, it's a good-looking Bart Simpson. I mean, he's pretty tall. Some of the scale is a little off on some of the figures, but that's not really a big problem. And you can see that Bart has a hand coming out of the ground here. All the figures as well peg into place, just peg into their stands. So there we have Bart, Bone to be Wild. We'll move him aside, and like I said, I'll try to go through every one of these. I don't know how exciting these will be for you. But here we have Homer Simpson as a zombie, or actually as Frankenstein, as you can see there. And his says, fresh from the grave. Mmm, gravy. I think you guys can see that. This one still lights up, which is good. And we got Homer as Frankenstein there. So we'll move him aside. We've got Maggie here as a bat. Pretty neat, eh? Maybe not so much. But the idea with her, she doesn't actually have a lever. You actually just take her and rotate it. And I don't even know if the camera's going to get this, but the pumpkin lights up, and as you can see, the pumpkin has a pacifier as well. So there's Maggie. We've got Ned here. Ned Diddly Dead. And he's got the hook. So this actually, a lot of these are taking from the actual Treehouse of Horror episodes. I think Maggie was dressed up as a bat during the party. Was it Treehouse of Horror 3 or 4 where there's a party and they're telling ghost stories? I don't know. She might have been dressed up as a bat there, or she might have been dressed up as a bat when they came home from trick-or-treating and Maggie was dressed as a bat. I don't quite remember, but Ned here is from the Treehouse of Horror episode. I know what you did. I know Diddly did what you did last summer, or something like that. I know Diddly did something along those lines. And Homer hits him, and he's eating his sugar crisp, and Marge says, "Hey Homer, did you forget to put the fog lights in?" And he goes, "Guess I forgot to put the fog lights in." But there you have Ned as the fisherman, and it says, I'm hook diddly hooked on Halloween. So that's pretty cool. Here we have Dr. Hibbert, and Dr. Hibbert, not really much saying about Dr. Hibbert. He's got the skull with him, and it says the doctor is in sane. Yeah, did you get the reference? Doctor is insane. Oh boy, it's gonna be a long one. I'm here all night, guys. Here we have Milhouse as Radioactive Man, and I don't think Milhouse was ever dressed as Radioactive Man. He might have been during that party scene, but I always remember when Milhouse was dressed as Radioactive Man, and it was a picture of Radioactive Man on his shirt, and he goes, "Look, Lisa, I'm dressed as Radioactive Man." And then I think Lisa says, "I don't think Radioactive Man would wear a shirt with his face on it." But here we have Milhouse as Radioactive Man, and it says up and... You guys want to guess what it's going to say? Alright. It says up and atom. Up and atom. Here we have Principal Seymour Skinner as a zombie. And it says, school's out. School is out. What's it going to say? School's out? Forever. Forever. That's pretty cool. Here we have Marge from the episode, I can't remember the name of the title, but Witch's Brew. No, that can't be right. But there was an episode, a Treehouse of Horror episode with her and her sisters, and they're all witches. And I don't know if this one's going to light up, because I think the battery is dead on this one. But the idea is you could rotate Marge, and then her Eye of Newt cauldron here would light up green. Most of them actually light up red, but this particular one lights up green. Here we have Barney Gumble, dressed up as a mummy, as you can see. And it says, King Tut, I miss my mommy. Oh, poor Barney. So there we go. Move these to the side here. Here we have Krusty the Klown. And Krusty the Klown is dressed up as Dracula. And it says, tonight's show is gonna bite. Which is actually funny because in the episode, Krusty actually says, tonight we're gonna... Oh, what was he gonna... I'm here to suck. And then the cue card guy forgot to change the cue card right away. And then he goes, your blood. But this one says tonight's show is gonna bite. Here we have Lisa Simpson, and she's with her cat. Now that Snowball won. I guess that's Snowball won. And now hers, though, you actually press this down, and I believe she was supposed to light up. But again, the batteries are dead on this one. But the interesting thing about Lisa here is that you can actually take her off the base, and you can take these pieces off. And she's all shocked. I guess she didn't want me to know that it was her underneath that. I think the hair gave it away. This is a long video, eh? So we'll just quickly move those aside. Here we quickly have Grandpa as Dracula. And it says, Springfield Retirement. Blood drive today. Ooh, I think he's out for some blood. Here we have Willie, groundskeeper Willie. And it says, the Grim Sweeper. Prepare to meet thy broom. And I think that's Willie from the episode Omega Homer, where he's the last man on Earth and what have you. We have Montgomery Burns here, and this probably is the episode where he wants to make Homer into a robot here. And you can press Homer's button here, and I think you guys can see that. Probably not well, but his brain lights up a nice green. Curses, Smithers! This isn't rocket science, it's brain surgery! And finally, where I started in my package review, I'm going to end. Here we have Apu himself. And Apu says, Quickie Mart, thank you, come again. Today's special, pumpkin squishy. And his, actually, you can press this down. And if this was a perfect world, this would actually light up, but unfortunately it doesn't. But, yeah, there you go. So, for those who are actually still awake, I figured I'd just do a kind of an overview of all the premiums that Burger King released during Halloween. Again, it's a shame that they didn't release these every year, because to me, I don't know, I'm a Simpsons fan myself. To me, I would have actually gone and picked these up. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a very long review. So long it was scary. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys next time. Woo!